10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tractor systems are offline.
Welcome to the Banter Club. Join myself, Mark, along with TY, Jackie, and Mahal as we talk all things sport. We will definitely trash your team, and if you don't like it, we'll definitely tell you your favorite footballer is a tax evader. Join us every week on the Banter Club.
Are we really doing this?
Of course, we are, definitely.
So it is officially the fourth episode of the Banter Club. Myself, TY. I've got Mark. I've got Mohau in the building. And in the absence of Jackie, we are joined by one of our brothers, Una. How are you doing, Una?
Yeah, I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great.
I hope you're ready for the banter, yeah?
Yeah. It's going to be
right.
great.
And
doesn't sound ready.
He doesn't sound ready. He's
doesn't sound ready.
He sounds like Mohau last week.
What was Mohau doing last week? I mean,
hey, Mohau so flaming last week. Yay! But I see you brought in another Chiefs fan just to substantiate. I'm the only Sundowns fan in the room today. It's all good. I'm sure I can hold my own against you, gents.
We'll see about
all right,
that.
so let's get straight into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. The ODIs that are happening right now. South Africa is busy playing against Pakistan. Let me start with you there, Una. Your thoughts on that?
I'm just happy that Temba Bavuma is our new captain. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'm excited about. Off late, cricket SA, the scandals in the background is just taking too much from the field. So, yeah, I'm a bit on the fence on that.
Yeah, I feel you. Mark, your thoughts?
I think, first point, I'm happy to see a familiar face. Someone I played with back in primary school, Vian Leber. It's very good to see him in the squad. He's actually funny enough because I used to do some umpiring courses as well back in the day with him. So very cool to see him there. But it's going to be interesting. Temba Bavuma doing it for all the short boys out there, So it's going to be very interesting. I think hopefully Temba has got that the risk appetite to go for the kill, because I think we've struggled with killing off games as a South African cricket side for the last forever, So I hope he brings in something new. I hope he brings in that killer instinct that we've been missing for many, many years. So, we'll see.
Definitely. Your thoughts, Mahal?
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the game. I mean, South Africa continuing their visit to Pakistan, of course, kickstarting their first match on Friday, the 2nd of April, with the ODI. Definitely under the leadership of Temba Bavuma for both ODI and T20. So I'm looking forward to that game, but I'm looking forward to see the likes of Aiden Markham, Andre Nokia, to show that consistency especially when it comes to the T20. That's where you see now the individual players popping up when it comes to the Proteas. So I'm looking forward to both the ODI and the T20.
But we just lost 2-1 in the T20 series. Is there hope for us in winning the ODI? Because we look like we're not doing so great in the T20s.
You could have a little bit of hope here and there, but I don't see a whitewash. Let me put it that way. I don't see Pakistan winning all three matches. Yeah.
No, I hear you. Mark, you think we're winning this one?
Look, not to be very guess, But like I think there was also a lack of leadership with the T20s, because remember, when you go into a game of cricket, you need to break it up into manageable sections. So there needs to be you need to know what you're going to do in the first 6 overs of your power play. Are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to try and retain to block off the runs? But yeah, so I think they lacked a lot of leadership in the T20 series. So obviously, I think that's why I'm so excited that we've got a change of leadership, someone who's actually led the line to glory. So it'll be very interesting to see how he approaches the ODI. But again, it also comes with whether or not the team is going to give him the backing. But I believe we probably lost the T20 based on a lack of leadership in the field, because I mean you had just Quinton, and he wasn't really doing the things. I mean, who's that guy that gave away 20 odd runs in the second last over? It was Buren Hendricks. I mean, already he was going for a lot, so he should have been like decisions that Quinny was making were not the greatest. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Okay, Ona, your thoughts on that one?
I just wouldn't. Queenie, I need Queenie in the ODI. If he can start as the number 1 in the ODI, that's good. Like Mark said, in the T20, he really cost us, so I wouldn't even want to see him ever back there.
But my problem with cricket, right, is what is the role of the coach? Because I know in each and every single sports, the coach is the one that decides on the plays and the leadership in the team and how we're going to attack the team. So what is the role of the coach versus the role of the captain? I think, Mark, you'd be more clued up on this one.
Hi guys, I played everything, but anyway, look, with cricket, it's a very different game. I think a lot of the strategizing has to happen with the captain and the coach. So as much as unlike football, where the coach really does a lot of the hard work, with cricket, because now things change literally almost after every ball. So you need to be clued up as to how you need to approach situations. So beforehand, before the game starts, the coach and the captain, it's very important that they are on the same page. They decide whether or not are they going to be attacking, are they going to be defensive. They come with strategy. And then once on the field, then the coach almost has no say, because he's up in the stands and it's just the captain. I mean, you're playing 50 over game is about 2 hours 45 minutes. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made within that time period, and that's where the captain is very important. That's why I say I think with our T20 series we lost it probably due to leadership, and maybe with someone like Timber, he'll bring something new. He'll bring a different perspective to the game. So yeah, man. The coach and the captain have very similar roles. I think if you go back to where Graham Smith was on the side as captain, he had a lot of the power, which you can, yeah, but he had a lot of the power in terms of selecting players, and worked for him, because he knew exactly what the strengths and weaknesses of the people he had around him were, and he was able to maximize on that. So yeah, man, the captain is very, very crucial in a cricket game, more so than any other sport.
Funny enough, Graham Smith is still trying to do that even in the boardroom. He needs to stop.
I mean, he's got the leadership qualities. But why not?
But a quick question, Mark.
Sure.
What does it mean, the return of Aiden Markham, and of course, who's this guy, David Miller? Because I mean, the last time Markham played an ODI, it was on the when was it? It was on the 6th of July 2019 against Australia, and the last time the likes of David Miller played in ODI, it was last year against Australia, somewhere around the 7th of March. So it's been a year since he played when it comes to the ODI. So what does this mean for the Proteas, the return of Aiden Markham and David Miller?
Look, first things first. Aiden Markham is probably one of the most talented players we have in the squad. He's still young, and I mean, I think when they did remove him, it was based on him having to go regain his form in the what's this thing that they play now in the One Day Cup. He had to go back to actually go earn his place again, and I think obviously now that he's back in the squad, he is one of the talented players. David Miller is someone that we know is destructive. I mean, again, it comes down to when all the chips are down, who are you going to look at? Guys like David Miller can win a game for you. So bringing him into the squad, I think they really want to beef, because we've struggled for runs. We really struggled. As much as Quentin de Kock hasn't performed really well of late, but I think in the last 2-3 years, he's been our anchor. He's been the guy who's really gotten the runs for the team. So I think bringing in Markram, David Miller, there's a drive to actually get our batting up there again. So I think that's probably what that signals.
Okay, dope one. So the first ODI is on Friday, the 2nd of April at 10 a.m. Central African time. The second ODI is going to be on the 4th of April. The last one is on the 7th of April. All of them start at 10 a.m. South African time. So, really crossing fingers for the gents. Hope they can do some great things, yeah?
Definitely.
Yep.
I will be watching.
All right, now moving on to Champions League football. The draw was done today, and Chelsea got the easiest one. Chelsea are going to play Porto. Bayern are going to play PSG. Man City are going to play Borussia Dortmund. And Liverpool are going to play Real Madrid. Una, let me hear your thoughts on this draw.
The slum that Liverpool is going through, I'm really scared for them. And you know, with Real Madrid, the pedigree in the Champions League is just so crazy. Even when the chips are down, they just manage to do well in the Champions League for some reason. So I don't really see it for Liverpool, But, you can never really take it away from the gods of football. I call them the gods of football. You know why, TY. You know why.
I know. And then Man City Dortmund.
Can you repeat that?
I'm saying Man City versus Dortmund. Who's taking it? Let me start with Mark.
Hey man, that's first of all, let's address the fact that an Arsenal fan just called Liverpool the gods of football. Anyway,
man, I mean, in the past few years, we've been watching the same game. I mean, with Arsenal, we played in these cities which we can't even pronounce. So, might as well just give depths to Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I also wouldn't watch Arsenal. Terrible team. Oh goodness. I mean, I'm still saying I'll never forgive them for what they did to Mesut Ozil. Yeah, but anyway, we move on. Yeah, no, man. But I think going back to Borussia and Man City, it's gonna be a tough game. I think Dortmund going forward, amazing team. I mean, they've got probably the best young talent in the world right now. But I think Man City just if everyone is playing to their potential, Man City should make light work of Dortmund. As much as Dortmund have scored a ton of goals, but they've also let in quite a few. So it's going to be very interesting. I think Man City is peaking right now. Maybe it's a bit too early for Man City to be peaking because we know it's going to get tough towards the end. But with them peaking right now, I don't see them actually losing this game over the two legs. I think it might be very tight. There might be a couple of goals. But if Man City play to their potential, I think if you have Kevin, because I think Kevin is coming back to full fitness right now, and we all know that if he is at his best, Man City's at their best. So it'll be very interesting to watch.
I actually just watched a very interesting video right now. What's this gent's name? I forget his name. Müller from Bayern. He just posted a video saying he's very excited to play PSG. He's actually happy with the draw that he's going to play PSG. And he seems very confident. He says, look, our people are getting calls that saying, look, we can't wait to host you. But he seems very confident. Well, how you think Bayern is winning this one or PSG is winning this one?
Okay, before we look at Bayern and PSG, let me first congratulate Mark and his team. Congratulations, the Blues, for qualifying when it comes to
Keep
the
the good fire
quarterfinal of the
burning.
year. I
Porto
mean,
is
the
still
last
gonna beat
time it
them.
was when? 2014?
Look, the past doesn't matter. My brother, the past is the past. What
So, I
matters is
mean,
the present.
it's been a while. So, congratulations on that, achieving this milestone of qualifying for the quarterfinal of the UEFA
Making
Champions
Thank
him
you,
League.
an
thank you, sir. Thank you.
anticlimax. It's an anticlimax. This way it's end for him. He's not going further than this. I mean,
Yeah, but I think it's the
So,
end of the road.
TY, what was your.
End of the road for Chelsea. I don't see Chelsea winning this one.
same here, man.
I see a draw in the first leg
Mark,
and a 1-0 loss in the
let's do
second leg.
this. Mark, if Chelsea
Let-
wins, I'm buying you the home shirt. The home jersey, I'm buying.
Ah, yeah.
I'm putting it on.
Remember, this thing is gonna live. This thing is gonna live on the internet forever.
I know.
So trust me.
Definitely.
Porto is
I
taking this.
will call you out like some certain beer brand that I called out on Twitter. But anyway, let's carry on.
All right, let's go back to Bayern and PSG quickly. Who's winning this one?
It's a tough one, but I'll go for Bayern.
Bayern.
Yeah.
I really just
Yeah,
want to
I'll
see
also
Mbappe
go
cry
for
again. I
Bayern,
don't-
man. PSG plays in a farmers league. They're running against people who are craving for maize every other day, and then they do great in their league. But when it comes to the Champions League, it's a whole different game for them. And we know with Bayern, there's that guy. There's that guy who scores about 50 million goals in a season. He just can't stop
Lewandowski.
being on form.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then obviously Chelsea, Porto's going through. Unanimous decision.
Guys,
I hope Chelsea wins. I just hope Chelsea wins.
Yeah, you see, Mohau is a good man. He's gonna get great things in life. Guys,
My goodness.
if you look at Chelsea, I think ever since Frank Lampard left, we are defensively very sound, and I think we've only conceded like 2 goals in the whole period in the last 13 games. So I think it will be very dangerous to actually write off Chelsea. I'm just saying, man. Final.
You saying final?
Who's in the final? Give me your dream final.
You saying
Chelsea,
final?
obvious.
Chelsea.
No, man.
Yeah, maybe if we're unlucky, we'll lose on penalties. But anyway, let's go.
Man, you don't have
Just say that you're
Drogba
gonna
right
taste
now.
the, at
What do
least
you
taste the
mean?
semis.
Final.
We have the favorite son. We have Mason Mount. Watch the space. That boy is on
Definitely,
fire.
man.
Kai
Take it
Havertz is
from an
coming
Arsenal
into
fan.
form.
That kid is
Oh.
on fire, definitely.
Okay,
Yeah, so we got a squad, man.
give me your final. Who's getting to the Champions League final? Let me start with Mahal.
I'll go for Dortmund and Liverpool.
Oh, my man. Una, you? Who's going to the final?
I'm going with Dortmund and Bayern. It's a German final.
Yeah. Tricky one. And then
But wait. Hold on. This will never happen because, I mean, Bayern has to play PSG, ne?
yes, Bayern has to play
And then
Oh, did
And
they do
then
the whole roadmap
between
thing? If-
Bayern,
Oh, no,
it's
I
already
was
done.
not
So
aware
if
of the
Bayern,
roadmap.
between Bayern and PSG, if they win, they'll have to face Man City or Dortmund. So it's Bayern and PSG, Man City and Dortmund, and then it's Real Madrid and Liverpool, Porto and Chelsea.
Mark,
So they've
your-
already
take your-
done the
can
fixtures
Mark
of
take
this.
his predictions while I relook at the map so that I can make my other prediction? Because I was going for a German final because that would have been crazy.
yeah, but it can't happen. Mark, who's in the final for you? Chelsea and?
Obviously Chelsea. I'm just trying to see the tree again as well, but I'm not finding it. Wow, who's on what's this? that's not on Chelsea's side because that's obvious. So who's on the other side?
It's Man City.
Look, if Chelsea wins, they're likely to face Liverpool or Real Madrid.
All right.
When it comes to the semis, so
it's done. It's a 2012 repeat.
So the finals is either Dortmund, Man City, Paris, PSG, or Bayern.
No, it's a 2012 repeat.
Hey?
Chelsea Bayern.
No way.
Chelsea Bayern. And we're gonna repeat what we did then. Underdogs. Watch the space.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, now, did you find the tree there?
I'm like, wow, Mark.
I mean,
Your
just
dreams,
please.
bro.
We are not a Mikel Arteta outfit. You need to give us some respect.
No, man, because you know why? I'm a bit biased here because London is red. It was proven recently, even though Chelsea was not playing because it's the weakest. But anyways, my prediction is that Bayern will take it to the final. And surprisingly enough, I just have an outside feeling that Porto might even go to the final.
You don't have Benny McCarthy.
They don't have Jose Mourinho.
No, they're going to beat Chelsea. And Madrid, I don't see it going to the final.
Yo, that's a tricky one. That's a really, really tricky one. Can we bring it back home now? Sorry, continue.
Wait, before we go on, what is your prediction?
My prediction. I'm gonna go with Liverpool. If we beat Madrid, Porto, and Chelsea, light work. I'm gonna go with Bayern. Liverpool versus Bayern in the final.
No one is giving Pep a chance.
He's sleeping that one.
But what about the gap is opening there by the Premier League?
You see,
but he did the same thing 2 seasons ago, and he lost.
What do you think
semis.
is the problem with City
it was
when
the
it comes to
semis
the Champions League? Because they do everything in the Premier League and it works for them, but when it comes to the Champions League, they just fumble.
It's 2 different ball games. Playing in the Champions League and playing in the League. I mean, Liverpool is in the quarterfinals, but look where they are in the league. So it's two different tournaments. You're playing against teams that play totally different football, totally different environment. You need to have some BMT to play in the Champions League, and I feel like Man City don't have that. Man City are chokers of note when it comes to the Champions League. We all know this. They're not gonna go.
But I think also the other big reason why Man City does not do well in the Champions League is because they do very well in the Premier League, and that takes because once they get to the business end of the Champions League, then they've already played 10 or so extra games more than their European counterparts, and that definitely counts against them because then you have a tired Kevin De Bruyne, you have a tired Aguero, then you have to now play guys like Gabriel
top
Jesus.
Top goal scorer, UEFA top goal scorer.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
The robot, the one who was made in a lab.
Nah.
Oh, Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean...
Haaland was made in a lab. Gents, I know it. Continue the one.
He does date soccer ball.
Sorry?
Yeah, so basically, I think the fact that they play in the Premier League, a league that's such a high intensity league, I think that definitely counts against them in the Champions League.
But then you've got a team like a Liverpool that can contest for the league and still do well in Champions League. I mean, it's a Man City thing. Manchester United used to compete in the league and still do well in the Champions League.
You know what small clubs can't do? So it's just a small club. It's just like Tottenham.
It's just like Arsenal. I hear you.
No. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me at all.
All right, let's bring it back home to our Champions League. We've got a potential Mamelodi Sundowns versus Al Ahly quarterfinal coming up. Sundowns are sitting top of the log in Group B. Al Ahly are sitting second on the log in Group A. You've got a certain team from South Africa sitting third in Group C. Group B. ES Tunis and MCLG are sitting number 1 and number 2 in Group D. Who is going to qualify? Who is not going to qualify? I need your opinions.
Hey, Eish.
It's tricky.
It's tricky, this
It's
thing.
tricky.
I think obviously Sundowns is already
Yeah,
qualified,
Yeah.
which is great for the country. But yeah. And then Kaiser Chiefs, you know what? I think because, and it pains me to say this, but I think they because the other opponents, apart from Wydad, because they're not so strong, I think they have a chance to get out of the group. But I think once they're out of the group, they've shown against Wydad that they're not. We don't have the players to play in Africa, and it's a sad truth. We over the years we've never built a team for Africa, and it shows now, and it shows that because I mean, as I said, the guys who are experienced, the guys who are up, they're finished. I mean, we can't be playing Parker as much as he's been at the club for so long. Does not have so much experience of African football. The young guys have never played up. It's not a team that's ready to compete in Africa. But I think if they are really, really serious about progressing, they have a chance. They just they should have won the previous game. That would have put them on 7 points. But unfortunately, they can't score against actual farmers.
Just to paint a picture quickly, Wydad is sitting number 1 after 4 games with 10 points. Horoya second with 5 points. Chiefs is third with 5 points. And Petro de Luanda is last in the group with 1 point. And Chiefs just beat Luanda and then drew against Luanda. So, Una, do you think they're qualifying? Chiefs qualifying for the next round?
It's a very tricky one. I mean, with Chiefs, everyone knows the problems that are happening there by the village, and it's really even showing in the field. I mean, you have about 7 to 9 players who'll be out of the season. One can't help but think that maybe some of these players are not even motivated enough to actually take it to the field. When it comes to Parker is just what do I call it? Is it just a scheme?
He's your favorite player.
Is a Ponzi scheme that didn't work
Yup.
out. Parker. I don't know. I mean, he used to be good. You know how Ponzi schemes are. When they start off, they're very good, and then at the end is just tears. That's basically Parker's career right now. He just needs to leave football. But when it comes to the group, I see Wydad. It's obvious. It's through. The Chiefs and Horoya one. I think Chiefs just needs to beat Horoya to go through. If they can't do that, then it won't work out. But if they do go out of this group, I think it ends at the quarterfinals.
Yeah, because you're going to play against.
And then when it comes to the other groups, Al Ahly is actually not doing as good as we would have expected, because as the defending champions, you'd expect them to be high-flying, but somehow in that group, it seems tricky. They might even, with an outside chance, they might not even go out of the group, but I don't see that not happening.
Yeah.
And then with Group B, Mamelodi Sundowns, somehow there's this Shalulile guy. No, that guy is a big player at a small club, and it's working out for him. And congratulations to Sundowns for going through already. But I think somehow I still have a feeling that Mazembe can still go out of this group, even though they lie in number last.
How?
They just need to win their games.
Yeah.
They're playing against
1 point
Sundowns.
away
Sundowns made them look like schoolboys, but I still feel like they can still.
It's very tricky. No one has won the
They
game.
have a very good structure in their game.
Yeah.
They play with a very good structure in their game with Al Hilal and what's the third team?
Belouizdad.
Yeah, those two teams, they play like NFD teams in South Africa. They run in the whole game, but with Mazembe, they know how to manage their games. So I still have a feeling that they can go through. They just need to find their rhythm. And then with Group D, I think the number 1 and number 2 are going through. Zamalek, sorry, Askis, it's done. End of the road. The only Zamalek that's working right now is the Black Bottle.
Wow, give me your thoughts, man. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm looking at all four groups. And
Mohau, what's up? Let's hear Mohau.
yes, I'm saying that I'm looking at all four groups now. And to see Al Ahly on position number 2, and of course Zamalek, they are nowhere to be found when it comes to Group D. If Chiefs manage to play their cards right and get to position number 2 and move on to the next stage, I have a feeling that they might even win the next games again, because I mean, chances are that they're likely to face what
Yes, Tunis, yeah. I don't see Chiefs.
So you think yes?
I don't see Chiefs even scoring a goal against this team. Chiefs.
Well, if Nakovic gets back his form, I mean, he hasn't scored in like
That's one
million years. But if he gets his form,
I think,
and Gavin Hart stops playing Ungobo and he starts playing Barkers every game, I think if you can get those players to work together, then you can get you can squeeze in a win against ES Tunis.
Especially playing at home.
This thing of striking with Manyama can't even trap a ball, but striking with him, I mean, that's
are we talking about the same ES Tunis that I know?
Yes, we're talking about the same ES Tunis, the one from Tunisia. Yeah, that one.
Okay, brave, very brave.
And then
yeah,
and then one thing I'm looking forward for is to see Al Ahly face Mamelodi Sundowns, which there's
Sundowns will win.
Probably 100% chances by looking at both these groups, because I mean Sundowns is on position number 1, is likely to face the team that's on position number 2, which is Al Ahly. So I'm looking forward to that happening, and not in the finals, just after the group stages.
Simba needs to lose so that we don't face it. I'm scared to face Al Ahly. Like Pito aside.
I'll give it to you.
You know what I mean? Al Ahly is
I'll give it to Sundowns.
We've only beaten Al Ahly once.
I actually think.
You know what I mean? And it was a 5-0 win, correct? But we've only. Yeah, no, I'm scared of Al Ahly. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I think if we're being honest, I think the form that Sundowns is in right now, and I think for some other reason, the three coaches are actually quite gelling together, and I think they're getting the best out of the players. Because whatever they're doing there's something very right that they're doing, and I think if Sundowns versus Al Ahly was to play against Sundowns right now, then I think Sundowns would probably give them a bit of a beating.
Still a honeymoon stage. It's gonna
24 games.
Soon.
No loss.
Yeah, man, I have
24 games without a loss. Honeymoon phase.
Yeah, chase your better stages. I mean, looking at it, it's like the 3-man squad, the 3-man coaching team. I mean, Compella is a good man manager. He's a bad coach. He's a good man manager and a motivator. So with the big egos that are there at Sundowns, to have someone like him, it's actually beneficial, which I think is working great. Because you have Abo Erasmus, you have all those big name players, Bojali. And if you have such a guy like Compella, it actually also helps in terms of managing those egos. And you have Urulani, what do you call this? Koa. So that's it.
African Pep Guardiola.
The mini Guardiola is actually, yes, he gets confused by his tactics himself, but it actually works out for him though. And with Mangoba also, Mangoba is a good all-rounder. So it actually works out with them in one place. But like I said, it's still going to end. It's still a honeymoon stage. Play against Chiefs. Somehow Chiefs has the number for Sundowns. So play against Chiefs. We might see something. You might see a surprise.
I don't think so. I really don't see Sundowns losing in the league this season. I mean, 17 games, 11 wins, 6 draws, no losses.
You still have to play Amazulu or Celtic. You know, also those two teams somehow squeeze a win against Sundowns.
No way. I don't think so. I feel like with the form Shalula is on right now, if Stellenbosch failed to even get a draw, forget it. forget it.
Just hope that when he's celebrating, he doesn't hurt himself because, hey, dangerous scenes.
I think this season, I'm not gonna lie, but I really think we're gonna see the first time a team goes 30 games in the PSL without a loss. No lie.
Actually, I think the record is 31.
No,
but
no,
it
no, no.
was spread out throughout 2 seasons.
I know that.
But in one season, it will be a new record.
30 PSL games, 0 losses, an invincible team. We're about to see that. My opinion. How you agree?
Do you think so?
Nah, I don't agree. Remember, you still have to focus on the CAF. So, I mean, the further you go when it comes to the CAF, you're likely to lose points this side because, I mean, you are sitting quite well when it comes to the DStv Premiership. So I think somehow you might just lose 3 points, 1 game, it's fine. And then
I don't see that happening, man. I really don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. But hey, what can I say? I'm a Sundowns fan.
Well, it won't happen on Sunday because you're playing against Black Leopards. So I think they're gonna give you 3 points there. And then you're going on to TTM again.
TTM is on the rise though.
Another 3 points.
Actually, a draw. I actually
definitely,
think that would be a draw.
I think they might win that one, and they're playing at home. I think TTM might.
No way.
Are you saying TTM is going to be?
Nah, I don't see that happening.
Oh yeah.
Those guys are getting money now. Hey, they're getting paid now.
I know myself.
They're getting paid now.
All right. Speaking of Sunday, the derby's coming on Sunday. Yay! Kaizer Chiefs versus Orlando Pirates, previously known as the Derby because it used to draw every game. But recently, it's been proving us wrong. There's been goals coming in. Who is winning the derby? Let me start with Mohau.
100 edition. No offense. Club form. Orlando Pirates will lose, win, draw, win. Kaizer Chiefs draw, loss, draw. Chiefs is gonna win this one. Chiefs is gonna win this one.
Can you try this again? Let's go with your logic and your mind, not your heart this time.
Let's try again, Mohau.
I mean, Una was talking about Manyama, so we don't have him. So I think Chiefs is gonna win. Somehow, Nogovic is gonna. Manyama is not there because of injury, so I think Chiefs is gonna win this one.
Yeah,
I have a feeling Chiefs is gonna win this one because I mean, previous 4 derbies they've lost.
League,
Actually,
they've only lost.
I think they need this one. They need
in the league, yes.
Against Pirates.
Yes. And
when last the Chiefs win a game?
Games in the league.
When last the Chiefs win a game at home? Like a CAF aside.
Yeah, you see this thing of FNB Stadium.
Forget about at home, Joe.
FNB Stadium, I think it's about time we say goodbye to that stadium. For some reason, we can't win at FNB Stadium. I don't know why.
It's not our spiritual home. Technically. We don't have one, and that's the problem.
Okay.
Look, that's what I mean. Look, remember when they like saying, "Hey, Chiefs," whenever they play, it's a home game everywhere. I think the reason is because when you really look at it, when they get to the smaller, it's that conversation you had 2 weeks back. When they get to the smaller stadiums, or they get to the stadiums where people actually come out and watch, they tend to perform well. But as soon as they go to FNB, there's no one there in the stands. It's just orange all over. It doesn't work out, and I've always felt that again. A team like Kaizer Chiefs, I mean, they're getting 10 billion from what's this place from Vodacom for 10 seasons or however long they're getting it for. But how about investing some of that money in infrastructure? I mean, then you know that look, the stadium doesn't even need to be big. 20,000. I mean, PSL teams are averaging around 16,000 people a game. I think the games are around 16,000 average. So if you have a 20,000 seater stadium for your home games, I mean, it's nice, it's compact. You will feel the fans. And when you have to play the Soweto derby, then you can go play at the FNB stadium because it's big. It will accommodate everyone. The atmosphere will be great. But they need a home whereby they can say, you know what, Lana, we don't need to use Umuti because, you know, it's home, you know. So yeah, but
you
so,
you guys
I
are
think
talking
they
about.
need a spiritual home.
I mean, you guys are talking about their home when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs. One thing that I know when it comes to them, their home was their fans. And since COVID-19 started, they never got to experience that where they would go to a stadium and find that, no, the stadium is packed because the fans are there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, since this whole thing of COVID-19 restrictions, no fans.
No ways, guys. I disagree.
Actually think
It's not the
Mau
same.
is making a very
Hold on.
good point because
No,
when
no,
you
no, no, no,
watch,
no, no. Hold on. Oh, no, hold on. Chiefs has not won a trophy in 6 years. COVID has only been around for 1 year. Come on, guys. Let's be realistic here.
But TY, let's go back to last season. Which position was Chiefs before
longest
the COVID-19
reigning number one in the history of
pandemic
the
thing?
PSL?
There was absolutely 100% chances
at some
of them
point.
winning the league.
You can't blame
And then
it
what happened?
No ways. You can't blame it on COVID. Because let's be honest, all the teams are playing without fans right now. And teams that were performing prior to COVID are still performing now. So we can't blame it on COVID.
But again, TY, which team surpasses Kaizer Chiefs when it comes to fans?
No team.
Any stadium.
No.
Exactly. So, I mean, they miss their 12th man. That's a fact. Kaizer Chiefs miss their 12th man. Because, I mean, if you take Kaizer Chiefs and put it to Peter Mokaba Stadium, you're likely to see fans there. Take Kaizer Chiefs and go to Toronto Stadium where they will be facing Black Leopards. You're likely to see even extra fans when it comes to the Kaizer Chiefs.
My problem
compared
is
to
we're
Black
blaming
Leopards.
COVID, we're blaming the transfer ban to a team that has not won a trophy in 6 years. What happened the other 5 years? Ona, can you answer?
what happened in the past 5 years is that our management was failing to manage the team.
There's the problem.
And the focus of the team is actually splitted. I mean, if you look at it this way, I'm not sure how many board members are there, but the directors at Chiefs, you have Jessica Mtaung sitting on the board. And when you look at what's happening currently, if you went through Kaizer Chiefs timelines over the past few days, you can realize that there's this pushing of this new urban clothing wear and whatnot. So if you have someone like Jessica sitting in the board, you'll have someone who's pushing for such things. And now, if you don't have a football director, let's be honest, Ntate Mutaung is getting old, and obviously he led the team in the 90s, the 80s to glory. But right now, if you don't have someone who's leading the team, a football director who is leading the team in the current reality, don't have someone leading the team towards the direction of glory, which is something that you might be happening at Sundown. So in the past 5 years, the focus on the field of play, if you look at the appointments of the coaches, you had Solanis, you had Middendorp, you had Compella, you had all these play different styles of plays. And if you had someone who's like a football director, if you had someone with football brains running the management situation, you might have someone who will have a blueprint that even if we lose this coach, we might have another coach who will come in and fit directly well with the way that we play. We know. Remember Ted Dumitru. Remember how high-flying Kaizer Chiefs were. In 2001, Kaizer Chiefs didn't win the league. But Kaizer Chiefs was playing the same way that they played when 3 years later when Ted Dumitru came. It's the same way. So if we have that continuity after Stuart Baxter, that if Stuart Baxter is going, but we're bringing in someone who plays exactly like Stuart Baxter, or not even exactly like Stuart Baxter, but we bring in someone who will first orientate that this is the Chiefs' way, this is how we do things. Then in the past, this drought wouldn't have happened. Right now with Gavin Hunt, we're going to win the derby, but the situation won't change because I just feel like Gavin Hunt is just a plug into a situation. Okare, do you know that lady on Instagram who put monkey glue on her? That's what's happening with Kaizer Chiefs right now. Gavin Hunt is just that glue right now. It's a quick fix. I really hope that they give him support and the situation changes, the drought changes. Maybe we win in this Sunday. I'll tell you why.
Mark's been very quiet.
I'll tell you why they'll be winning the derby.
Okay, when I finish,
Kaizer Chiefs does not concede a lot of goals. And the biggest problem is scoring goals. But this Sunday, Cardoso is scoring a penalty goal. 1-0. That's my prediction.
Yo?
Okay, let's start with why Chiefs has not won in 5 years. I mean,
of course, Tiwa will know this.
6, 5. Anyway, but I think Una's right. There's a lot of decisions that are not football decisions. They've never. I think the coaches were not the issue. I think if you look at it, I mean, before Compella arrived, they signed something like 8 or 9 players, and most of them were like on free contracts. So I mean that tells you something. They don't want to spend, and again, they don't want to spend in terms of what's similar to what Sundowns does, get the young players in, but as well as bringing in super quality talent. I mean, we brought in Kamaldina Bro, guys. Like, you understand how average that man was. We brought in, who's that guy who used to play? You hate that guy. Team and Parker. I think your nightmares are made of those guys. Anyway. But I think as a Chiefs fan, it pains me to say this, but right now Joseph Zenbauer's got only 6 losses in 50 games. It's a bloody good record, especially in the South African game. I mean, we know this league is very tough, as much as it's not the most technical league, but it's very tough. And I think he's getting he's getting a lot of things right at Pirates.
They had 80 shots on target this season, only 40% accurate shots. So as much as they played, they're not as fluid as you would hope them to be. But I agree, Zimbabwe still has them playing good.
But right now, with
of course,
Kaizer Chiefs is in a terrible place right
for
now.
A very long time. For the longest of time. As a Sundowns fan, we've been abused by Chiefs in cup finals for a very long time. They must stay there for a few more seasons, please. Can Bobby continue doing the Lord's work for a few more seasons? I'll be very, very happy.
No, you can't keep a big man down. Chiefs is gonna bounce back. I have firm belief. I think again they must just make the right decisions. I think a guy like Bobby, who's never played the professional game, should not be at the helm of making decisions. I'm not saying professional people who've played the game know everything, but I think the insight is important. Because again, it comes down to understanding the game, understanding what your team needs. And I don't think someone who has not played the game at the highest level understands what the team needs right now. Maybe give Gavin some modicum of control to say, listen, lead the way in terms of what we need to be as a footballing giant in the country. give us a blueprint that we need to work off. Give us an idea of how we need to do in terms of recruitment. I mean, Gavin has been his what do you call this? He's a cheapskate. He always goes for like really, really affordable players, but at the same time he finds the right talent. And I think right now Chiefs, as much as they don't want to spend, they're going to have to spend, but a guy like Gavin will get them bang for their buck. So I think they should just give him a lot more control, which, if I remember correctly, I think that's why, who's that guy, that Englishman? I think that's why he left, because he was not allowed to have a lot of say in how the club runs, So again, it's a matter of having a coach instead of a manager. And we need to move away from just coaching and someone giving us a blueprint similar to what Arsene Wenger did for Arsenal, small clubs.
Look at you taking small club tactics to big teams. Look at you.
But
Arsenal is a legend.
But Arsenal is not said right now, it's very important. I mean, you have a situation where I think this is not only a Chiefs problem, but a whole PSL problem, where you have MDC teams. Now it's DDC, DSTV Disc Challenge teams. They play in this beautiful football. You even have stadiums packed before COVID. Very attacking football, nice football. But when they transitioned into PSL, somehow they don't play as that they used to play. So
the Scorpions are biting
the link at Kaizer Chiefs. The Kaizer Chiefs MDC team is high flying, but the first team is something else. So now the installing of Arthur Zwane into the technical team, I think it's a start into a good direction where you have that. As much as you'll be buying players, you also having that the players that you're promoting, they're transitioning to the team in a similar way that they will still play the similar way that they play from the MDC team. Good start. Like I say, I also have a good feeling things might change in the coming days if you get rid of the Deadwood, Pilani Zulu, and Bennett Parker.
Zulu is catching strength. No, leave Katsandi out of his eye.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah, guys. Katsandi, no, Bosamboka, no, wait.
He must leave after the derby. Like, after the derby, he can go join another
Why
team.
after the derby?
Because I need him to kick a few people. When about Ben Mutwari there. You see, Ben Mutwari, that's the guy that I'm a bit worried about in this game. So you must kick him,
But Chiefs does not have a tractor. You guys don't have a Mercedes-Benz. You guys don't have a Campo. You don't have a Ningo Mash. You don't have a workhorse in that midfield. So without Katsande there, the midfield is useless. They can't defend.
I think the fixation to having a workhorse is also playing against us. Look at the games where you had Barkers playing at the number 6 row. We were actually playing more advanced football. We were playing more on the floor game. He was controlling the game. He was managing the game, which is also a good thing. You don't really need a workhorse all the time. There are certain games that you do need a workhorse. So maybe if you can groom Njabulo Bloom into that position. Daryl Machek, the one who got a red card recently. Mfanola hamunate Mfanola, but just groom Bloom into that position and get rid of Katsai, and then you have a good.
I just love how you said hamunate. Like there's no other way to put it. Like hamunate. That's it.
No,
there's no other way to put it. Yo. All right, gents, we've been recording for like almost an hour. We need to wrap up real quick. In wrapping up, let's quickly talk about Lloyd Harris. A South African player that made it to the Dubai Tennis Championships finals. He actually won the final. If I'm not mistaken, yes.
Is it?
No, sorry. He didn't win the final. He won the qualifiers. And he's doing pretty well there. Your thoughts on a South African tennis player that's doing well? Let me start with you, Mark. Cape Town.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at him now. He's yeah, you can clearly
But yes,
tell,
now.
Cape Town boy. No, that's very good. I think our tennis is definitely improving. There's that other boy, Kolofela, I just forgot his surname, who's also up and coming. So I think our tennis, it's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, it could be 10 times better. So, yeah, but it's very good. I'm glad we are finding out about these guys nowadays, unlike previously where we had to find out that Kevin Anderson is South African. We thought he was American this whole time. So
Yep. What are your thoughts on this?
It's cool. It's cool, man. I thought when I had Lloyd Harris, I thought, man, a new DJ just released a new tune on iTunes. Then yeah, something. Ke Friday, ke Saturday, bona. It was we happy, but even the looks fits a DJ. But it's good to hear that we have a South African player doing it big on the world stage. Just quickly check now. He's like number 81 in the rankings, and he's in a final. That's huge. I mean, I hope we really build on that and see those other sports growing like cricket and rugby and soccer. And now, if you have tennis also doing good, I hope even basketball and netball. Yes, netball is actually really big in South Africa. So if we have all the sports growing, we might find ourselves being a very big sporting nation in the world.
Wow, give us your thoughts on Mr. Lloyd with the DJ Harris.
Yeah, I mean, we need names that we can pronounce. Hey, we're tired of Alexander Zverev. We need names that we can pronounce. But it's a good thing for especially tennis South Africa. I mean, we've been talking about Kevin Anderson for quite some time now. We need new guys coming through, at least having 3 or 4 players which we know that they are going to participate on the big rankings when it comes to the tennis, the likes of Wimbledon, the likes of Roland Garros. So we need him to step up and show up. Yeah.
All right, gents. Anything that I left out? Anything I did not speak about that we need to touch on real quick?
The Chiefs will win on Sunday.
It's going to be a beautiful draw. Mark my words.
Like I said, I'm still going with the 1-0 win.
I think
from a penalty by Cardoso.
Yes.
You know when I said something last season when Nurkovic was scoring goals, I was like, Nurkovic has only one trick. He's a one-trick pony. Nurkovic literally, when the ball is about to come in, he runs to the far post, he blindsides the defenders. Once the PSL notices that he's doing this, he's not going to score any more goals. You can't do anything now. He's dead.
No, I think also it's, yes, it might be true, it might not be true, but we cannot confirm that if the coach is not actually trying something with him, something else with him, because this thing of doom is really not on. Maybe let's play the ball. He can hold the ball. He can really hold the ball, and he can release players with holding the ball. So if we can maybe try out something unlike crossing all the time, it might happen for him. Also, I think the contributing factor, he's putting so much pressure on himself also. I think he's really trying to relive what happened last season. So if he can just focus on his game and stop focusing on what he was doing last season, he can get back his form.
Should have just let him go to Al Ahly. Mark, your closing thoughts?
No, it's because you guys took George. If you watch all the games, George was actually the supplier. But anyway, I just wanted to say to everyone listening, please make sure that you follow us. If you have a friend, you must pass ahead. You must play a 5. Through ball to them, so that, because I think it'll be interesting in future if we can also get like the views of the guys listening. So if you are listening, do share it with everyone. And subscribe where you can,
and comment on our social media
platforms. Yes, we're gonna be putting out more stuff.
Please subscribe to this channel, guys.
You sound like a YouTube couple.
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Welcome to our
Sounded
channel.
like a YouTube.
Where are those people now?
Yeah, where are
Gents,
those
just in
people?
closing, I'm watching a documentary called All or Nothing, the Man City one. I watched the Tottenham one last year, and I'm watching the Man City one. If you get a chance, make sure that you watch it. It's absolutely epic. It's beautiful. I'll tell you.
Where can we find it?
Once he starts
I foresee here we must close some ads.
Everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at the Banter Club SA.
All right. I think that's a lot for this week. The episode is done.
Yes,
It's dusted and it's in the bag. See you guys next week, yeah?
Thank you for having me.
Definitely.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers, Boot.
Join us every week on the Banter Club.